More Heart Than Talent Radio.
Jeffery Combs, president and founder, Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated, a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in Northern California. My privilege, honor, and pleasure to be with you here on the Tuesday, More Heart Than Talent, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Mindset Call. For 20 plus years, this call was at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. A little over a year ago, we moved this call to an afternoon call and shortened the length of it. If you go to my website, goldenmastermind.com, you will see that there are many podcasts. So also someone asked me, what color is your shirt? The shirt, if it doesn't come, is teal, a new color. Ray Cataline, the Millionaire Apprentice, and I are attempting to add a little color to the GMS wardrobe, and you will see us wearing plum. We found the color plum, and this is teal, so we're putting a little juice into the wardrobe today. So who do we have online today? Kimberly Morgan, you might be a first-time watcher. Kathy Shepard is here. Now, Kathy and I go back to 2006. Kathy will be coming back to Breakthroughs to Success. Kathy is one of my longest clients that I've coached. Trenton Chandler actually holds the distinction of being the client that I've coached the longest who is re-coaching with me. Trenton hired me in 2001, and you can find Trenton. He does a, what is that called, Ray? He does every day. Trenton is in Nashville. Trenton is like this close to breaking through. So Trenton sings live every single day. That's Trenton Chandler. And Amy Gant, you've been with me a long time. James Jordan is here with me today. Also, James is in his early 30s. James hired me when he was 21 years old, so you figure that out. Monica Hendricks, it was so awesome spending time with you. You're going to see me interviewing Monica at many events as I speak on the East Coast. Monica brings a really unique, in-your-face type of spirituality and recovery. Not like aggressive in your face, just, I mean, her context and the way she delivers what she went through to be where she is today in recovery is very refreshing. It's a lot like my own style. So you'll see Monica speak, and Cara DeChico, Sandre, and Carla Vilches. For those of you not had an opportunity to have a consultation or a reading or any healing with them, that's Carla, Carla Vilches, and Cara DeChico, DICCIO-Sandre. These are two women I unequivocally endorse as someone that you do a reading or you do a session with, because they really dig deep into the emotion code, and the emotion code that drives the addiction code. So I want to welcome all of you here today. Ray, can you go down and get my, on the side of my desk, those sheets? So we have a really good live for you today. So if you've never experienced a free 20-minute coaching session, I see Kimberly Morgan. Kimberly, if you've never experienced a free 20-minute coaching session, contact me in Facebook Messenger, and I will get back to you immediately. Now, today I have 12 hours of one-on-one coaching. This is a non-travel week for me today because this is one of those awesome holidays of the year. So looking very forward to spending time with my fiance, John. I ain't afraid us. But the content that I have for you here today, I'm in the GMS office with Ray the Crusher Cataline. Ray's in the back laughing his ass off because this dude's on crack today. Actually, I'm not on crack. It is called Starbucks. Yes, I am still an addicted coffee drinker. So for those of you who understand, coffee connoisseur, that is still one of my vices. Now, the topic for today's call is attractor factor. Now, that is a term that I've been using for many years. To my reality, I attract quality, like-minded, success, and recovery seekers. Now, I've added success, recovery, sobriety seekers in the last few years. To my reality, to my reality, I attract quality, like-minded, success, recovery, and sobriety seekers that I can collaborate and partner with. Now, if you are seeking to attract people to build a leverage business, network marketing, direct sales, real estate, internet marketing, a coaching business, or if you're seeking to attract clients to a restaurant, or you're seeking to attract clients, if you're a wealth professional, if you're doing financial planning, estate planning, you're an accountant, an attorney, any multitude of situations, you want to be able to attract top tier clients, not the kind that are difficult, not the kind that cancel appointments at the last minute, not the kind that want to prove you wrong. You're seeking to attract clients who will compensate you for your value. And if you're sponsoring someone in a 12-step program, you're not looking for someone who wants to be in conflict with you. You're looking for someone who, they don't want to be right, and you don't want to be wrong. You want to find someone who you can collaborate with, so that there's a level of flexibility, so that if you do a coaching session with someone like James Jordan, a young man who I've had the opportunity to collaborate with, and there's my good friend Carlotta Davis. So if you want, like when I coach Carlotta, she was receptive. Carlotta is a top tier client. Carlotta has referred a lot of clients to me. I've gone to dinner with her on many occasions. She's attended many events with me. She's hosted events. I mean, this is what you are seeking to attract your reality. Beth Henning would be another client like that who refers me clients, host events with me, and then I deliver the content for her team. That's what you're looking for. Now, the reason that you won't attract this, number one, is because it's new. That's the first situation. Attraction is a science. Now, the law of attraction has been around for countless years. It's been around forever. I mean, Christ is someone who attracted disciples, the 12 disciples, and look what happens. I mean, many of you know what this is. So you want to be able to attract your reality, quality, like-minded people. I did a coaching session with my client, Karen Landon, who's on the phone right now, or who's on the live with me right now. Jeffrey Combs, More Heart Than Talent, Facebook Live, take 2. We were off the air for just a few moments. So I'm going to move right back into Attractor Factor Part 2. So your words are your law. That's number one. So we have about 14 minutes worth of content. That's plenty of time to give you some great insight into cause and effect and why we do what we do. Words are law. Words do not return void. So what does that actually mean? It means that the way you communicate will also determine who and what you attract. A large percent of the American population have a gap and a delay in their communication style. It means they start and stop in the way they communicate. This is why many people, when you ask them a question, the first sound of their mouth is and. Many people also say, no, I'm ready. No, I'm going to commit. It's not yes, I'm going to commit. So many people communicate in a contradictory style due to the fact that they have unresolved issues based on events that continue to shape their feelings. What does that actually mean? It means that a large percent of society is commitment phobic. And if you're commitment phobic, it's going to make it challenging to be able to attract your reality, people who can commit in a higher law of average. If you're in sales, branding, marketing, you'll find a large percent of the population has challenges committing themselves. That's why they say they want to run it by someone else. They want to talk to someone else. They want to think about it. They want to evaluate it. And even though you have a great product, service, benefit, and feature, many people have a delayed communication style. It means they can't decide. Someone just reached out to me today and said, how much is your coaching? I mean, so that's a tell right there. They're not looking for coaching, they're looking for cost. And when the value is great enough, the cost does not matter. Now, the more you start to understand and listen, so this, if you're right-handed, this is your right hand, this is your left ear. So this is where you tend to listen. And in your non-dominant ear. So that means your auditory skills. So in hearing, you want to be able to hear what people mean, not what they say. This is a big component of attraction. In attraction, you also want to have clarity. You're clear about who and what. I'm clear about the type of person I'm looking for. I'm clear in the qualities in the person I'm looking for. But what many people do is they are very nice people, and they go out and look for other nice people. They're not looking for people who are productive or results oriented. They're looking for people who are like them, very nice people. Now, that's good, and good people are good people, and nice people are nice people. But this does not always mean that good people and nice people are productive or create results. Now, if you're looking for someone who can drive a business, collaborate with, someone who has influence, affluence, someone who has the ability to overcome obstacles and challenges, well, that's the clarity that you seek to create. And if you're looking for someone who is money motivated, inspired, goal oriented, that's also clarity. And you start to distinguish that in the characteristics and traits of the people you are looking for. If you're looking for a soulmate, first of all, you want someone that you can connect with on a deep emotional, spiritual level. I mean, not someone that you're in conflict with. I was coaching a woman recently who was just going through a divorce. She was dating another man going through a divorce. She had a set of kids. He had a set of kids. And there was just a lot of drama going on. Now, I attempted to point this out very diplomatically, and this woman got very sensitive and defensive, meaning that she was more concerned with being right than she was with letting go. I diplomatically moved out of the equation. So that word is called detachment. As you learn to detach, it's not that I didn't care, but I knew that we weren't going to go anywhere. I wasn't going to press my will on her. I detached. I moved away from that because I'm not looking to be right. I'm looking to deliver content. And the person who's not seeking that content, that's someone who's in resistance. That's someone who's in force. And I refuse to be that person's counterforce because I live in a place called power. Power does not seek conflict. Conflict has to have other conflict to fulfill conflict. Conflict is a forced situation. It's an adversarial situation. Conflict requires someone else to be in conflict with. And if that person can't be in conflict with someone else, they'll stay in conflict with self. Now, in that kind of attractor factor, that person will attract to the reality people who are angry, people in resentment, people have to be right, and then that person's right, and then we have the conflict. That's not what you are looking for. You're looking for someone who's evolved emotionally, spiritually, lives in a higher level of consciousness than most of society. And there are plenty of people for you to attract and find in that type of consciousness. Now, as you start to understand that, you will spend less time trying to fix people. That enabling type of emotion leads to an addiction called codependence. Codependence it has more than one definition, but a definition for context today, codependence means enable, over-obligate, do more for others than do for self, set yourself up to be disappointed, and then say, this always happens to me. And this type of emotional addiction also creates this kind of communication in words of law. I don't understand these people after all I've done for them. I don't understand. You would think that. Well, you want to learn to stop communicating like that. Because right here, once again, words are law. See that words are law right there? So what that means, words do not return void. What you speak is what you attract. Now that's a loose interpretation because it doesn't always pan out exactly like that. But when your communication is broken, you mean you stop and start in a sentence. It means you're not fluid in your sentence structure. You'll have challenges moving conversations along. You'll have challenges asking for commitment. I just sent Ray, my millionaire apprentice, on an errand. Now he's got to do the errand twice because another person we depended on was not clear in their communication style, and now we're redoing something we could have done once. Now, this is my responsibility as a business owner to put the right person in the right place. Ray obviously is the right person. I'm the right person, but the other person that we had depended on was not able to clearly articulate what we were seeking. Now, we are doing something that could have been done once. Now, I'm not going to say I'm frustrated, I'm pissed off. No, I understand. I understand that I could have handled the situation better and put a more unique person in the spot to deliver the content that we are seeking. Now, there's certain times you go, I should have just freaking done it myself. Well, that happens sometimes, and these are simple errors in judgment. Now, this is also part of energy that you don't relapse back into being pissed off, angry, in hate, in resentment, which takes you to a very low level of energy called anxiety, fear, and doubt. And that means live in the solution. Not live in the problem. Most people live in the problem. I spend a great deal of my time assisting people to understand what cause and effect means. Jennifer, good to see you there. So I'm back on here. So, once again, so I was off the air for a few minutes. I mean, that's how it goes. That means adapt and adjust. I wasn't like, fight or flight, overwhelmed or worried. If I live in that state, I will attract my reality other anxious, fear, and doubt people creating the same kind of situations. Now, point number 2, speaking freely, speaking with clarity, articulating your feelings in words. So if you're going to type, it's like this. You're able to type like this. TNR, type and receive, and disseminate. That means you're able to type, receive, and disseminate the content and let it go. But if you have to look it over 13, 14 times, if you're worried about making a mistake, see, that's a future tense about events that haven't happened. When you're in this type of energy, you'll continue to attract people that are very similar to the same set of feelings that you are transmuting. As you're able to separate your feelings from the events, that's what let go is, you will begin to change who and what you attract. Now, it can be instantaneously. There's also delayed gratification time that happens from that. But as you become consistent emotionally, you'll begin to attract people from the same emotional state that you're in on a higher occlusal alignment. There's an 80% and there's a 20%. So 80% of the time, give or take, you're going to encounter opposition, adversity, people who don't see what you see, and you learn to let these people go. It means you don't personalize it. You let go of being sensitive and defensive. You don't make people wrong. You don't try and wrap your brain around it. You don't try and figure it out. It means you understand, you're aware, you know, and you trust, and you keep moving in an energy that's conducive to creating outcomes in whatever chosen field or endeavor or in life that you are looking. So if you're looking for a teammate, a soulmate, a carpenter, a vendor, a customer, a client, you have a benefit, a feature, a product and service that you've brought into free enterprise that you're presenting. That's the value proposition. It's the value proposition that you send out as the value, and then you deliver the service. Now you be compensated what the FM free market will bear. And in the free market will bear, there is absolutely no limitations on who and what you can attract or what you can create. Now, as you move into this space, that is called consciousness. That's power. That's awareness. That's esteem energy. And your ability to articulate that will enhance the law of averages. But if you fumble around with the words, if you come from uncertainty, if you're in doubt, now you're in a mixed message. And it's like this: please join me, but don't. Hi, my name is, I'm very uncomfortable with myself. Let's go ahead and get this over with really quickly. And instead of being in the hands-free zone, you're in the hands-up zone. That's force, resistance, avoidance, and procrastination. I don't know why I do this. I don't know why I do this. Well, that's a good intention with a poor delivery. As you let go of intentions and move into commitments, now your delivery rate begins to be enhanced. And it's that type of delivery rate that will allow you to be and stay ITF, in the flow. Now, it's in that flow that you're able to move into the hands-free zone. This is where business life becomes a lot less effortless. This is when your soulmate shows up. It's when your teammate shows up. This is when the vendor shows up. First class seat is now available for you. You get upgraded in your hotel room. Any multitude of situations that become, they're not miracles. They can be explained in what is called alignment. And as you become clearer, as you become more objective, as you become more in a state of consciousness where you have a better understanding and awareness, now you're separating your feelings from the events that shape them. This is my newest book, The Breakthrough Factor. This book was written last November, was released into the marketplace, was a bestseller in 2 categories on Amazon in early December. This is my newest group on Facebook. It is called Sobriety Consciousness. This is a group that already has 600 members. If you're not a member of it, feel free to request entry into that private group. It has a lot of great content and a lot of great writers in it. A lot of people have a lot of sobriety. Now, the type of sobriety I'm talking about is not specifically drugs and alcohol, although everyone's welcome there, but the kind of sobriety I'm talking about and kind of recovery that I'm attempting people to facilitate is their emotional sobriety that leads to their avoidance, procrastination, overwhelmed state, anxiety, fear, and doubt. And so that group fosters that. And there's also a lot of people in the 12-step programs in there who are very good and skilled at giving insight. There's great content from Jennifer Lancaster, who's a very, very prolific writer. Jennifer Spar is already starting to write in there. Matt Smith's a very good writer. Ray Cataline is doing it. Monica Hendricks is delivering world-class content, and I post every single day. So feel free to join that group. And we're in the process right now. Next Tuesday on this very call, we'll be filming this call using some of the content for the sales funnels that will be going out. And we have a series of 12 videos to really take that group to the next level. So every Tuesday, I'll be on here live, delivering content for the rest of the calendar year 2019. Just got booked for Billings, Montana with Beth Henning. I'll be in Baltimore, Maryland in July. I'll be in Spartanburg, South Carolina doing a TV program with Bridget Bartley in July, starting to fill up the August and September dates. And all of a sudden, 2019 is going to be the books, baby, all she wrote. And if you've not received a free 20-minute coaching session, you're on this call, feel free to access to me by sending me a message in Facebook Messenger, and I will respond to you ASAP. Jeffrey Combs signing off on Facebook Live in this is called turquoise. No, this is called turquoise. This is my newest shirt color. Plum will be next week. So you have an outstanding afternoon. Facebook Live, Jeffrey Combs. Goodbye.